Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. Well, half Toonkind at 12 FPS. Quarter? I don't know. Uh,
Something like that.
Close enough. Today it's real baby hours, and I am forgetting to introduce myself. Hello, I'm Fletch. Today I will be playing a horrible little 6-year-old named Camille, who is also a horrible little detective. And joining me is the wonderful, the amazing, the very fun to play with.
Hi. Hi, I'm Avi, and I'll be playing a new character. I'm debating whether or not to say their name, or if I want to keep it a surprise. I did not think this far ahead, guys.
Well, a new baby at least.
A new baby.
That's all you need to know. We can have the whole dramatic reveal. But yeah. So, it's a wonderful school day in Vealstown. Just, another ordinary average day. All the kids are filing into class. What is your baby doing?
Well, she is currently filing into class with everybody else. Looking around, kind of just like following everybody else's lead. But so far, looking as though she belongs there.
Yeah, and Camille's probably over-seated in his main character chair next to the window towards the back of the class. Because, he is still part anime.
Of course he is.
And so, would you say it's perception, or would it be history or something?
I mean, I can give you something for either if you want.
Alright. Let's do perception this time. I'll let him be good this time. Okay. Well.
Oh god.
Well. I was like, okay, I'll just play it safe this time because it's probably good if that thing happens, or else who knows where this FPS is gonna go. And then it's a 27.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alright, yeah, I'm probably gonna just like say that this specific classmate that Camille has usually sits ahead of him. Not like directly ahead, but like usually you can see them from behind. But with a 27 Camille, you notice that this classmate of yours has a little strange marking on the back of their arm that you have never seen them have.
Yeah, that has already kind of ticked one of Camille's little mental check boxes. and he is gonna pay a little bit closer attention to this kid. So on that note, I don't know what to. Your kid is your kid's approached by a teacher who kind of very gently looks at you like, "Hey, I thought you called in sick today."
Well, time to bust out a deception roll. forgot that was their deception mod.
Oh boy.
Okay, not bad. Really not bad.
Yeah.
Um. Uh. Uh. This little kid, who, I have a ref of, I promise, give me a sec. This little UPAN, girl kind of looks up, and she goes, I was feeling better this morning.
And the teacher kind of just gives you a little smile and the nod and kind of gently guides you towards your desk, like, well, that's good to hear. If you feel sick, though, don't be afraid to go to the nurses, okay?
Okay. And, she just kind of, like, walks over to the desk and takes a seat.
And, why don't you roll perception?
Oh, you're gonna love this. It's been a while since I've played a character like this.
A character who simply does not see it.
She has looked away. For the audience, that was a 7 + 1.
You are focused on doing the class stuff. Like, lessons have already started and everything. But the camera, unbeknownst to you, the camera kind of like pans back just a little bit, and behind her is Camille, who's just staring at this child.
Okay. I do have a bit of flavor. What's your passive insight?
20.
Perfect.
Not to mention, to determine if someone's lying, his minimum is 18. So even if with the active, yeah, he knows.
Oh no, there is definitely something up with this child, and oh my goodness, Camille, you pick it up like practically instantly. If the strange like mark on the back of their arm didn't give it away, this definitely did. This child is kind of just, there's a bit of like cautious hesitance when they spoke to the teacher. And like as the lessons have started, and as the assignments begin, you can see that there's a bit of like curious glancing around, as if she's like watching other students do this too.
Oh. Yeah, Camille's just gonna take a mental note of that. He's not really paying attention to the lesson, but also, like, I gesture to this horrible child. He rarely does anyways. So yeah, class probably goes on like that until, it's lunch then recess, right?
For
Is that usually
yeah.
Yeah. So lunchtime comes round after a pretty uneventful time of classes, mostly because there's not really much else you can do in class other than stare.
Oops, sorry about that.
It's fine. Yeah, so come lunchtime, Camille is actually gonna approach you.
Oh my god, I don't know. I don't know where they're sitting. Are they sitting alone? Probably.
Actually, we can roll a d2, and if it's a 2, then Camille gets cut off by a swarm of your character's friends.
Oh boy.
You're alone this time because everyone still thinks you're contagious.
All these kids went ooh cooties, and that's it.
Yeah. Like from your friends, you'll get like waves from across the room, but no one really seems to be interested in eating with a sick kid.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, so Camille does approach with like his own little lunch tray. And kind of just points at a chair at the same table, like, is anyone sitting here?
Probably like had like been taking a bite out of a sandwich or something. just like a shake of the head. Mm-mm.
And Camille plops down. And roll perception again.
Oh, okay. Where did this roll come from?
Okay, dirty 20. I'm gonna roll a stealth for funsies, but I don't think he's never gotten good on stealth in his life. Okay, that did not land. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's par for the course.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah. This kid's staring at you. He's still eating like his peanut butter and jelly or whatever, chicken nuggets. They can have chicken nuggets today. But yeah, he's absolutely kind of just staring at you.
Oh my goodness. Camille, man, she's just trying to eat. She's sick. She needs to eat.
Well, he's not. That's why he's not interrupting. He's just observing.
I think there's like probably like a pause where she's just like kind of like starts staring back, and she just goes, "What are you looking at?"
And Camille kind of just gives a little smile, like, "Oh, I just think it's funny. You don't really look sick at all."
Mm-mm. I was feeling better this morning, so I came.
Yeah, but you seemed really sick yesterday.
Oh god. What do you say? Oh boy. I think she kind of just looks. But I feel fine now.
And Camille's just, he'll just give a little shrug and return to his chicken nuggets. He's trying to be slightly nicer, but he's not quite sure how to go about it. Probably after some awkward silence, he's just like, "Oh, by the way, did you get the reading homework done?" And I'm... Oh my god. That's an out on his deception.
Oh, what's your insight, baby? Okay.
I mean, he kind of critically failed it.
That's true. Alright, well, She did get a 14 on the dice, so. And she just goes, "What are you talking about?"
And Camille's kind of just like, the reading homework. Child on child violence.
She just with the goddamn crit fail on your deception, she just kind of stares at you like you're kind of weird.
Which is entirely fair, honestly.
She just goes, "We didn't have reading homework."
And Camille kind of relents and shrugs like, "Oh yeah, that was for a while ago. Sorry about that." And he's just a little bit salty, but it's fine. That's what you get for underestimating children, Camille.
Oh my goodness.
So,
Oh goodness.
what are you gonna do now, horrible child?
I think, like, once her, like, food is done, she probably, like, cleans up and just kind of, like, leaves. I guess she's going in the direction of the restroom. Just like, "Please leave me alone," until she says.
Camille is not so subtly following her, but the moment it's obvious she's going to the restroom, he does make a not so casual turn down another hallway. Yes,
Oh my goodness.
I shake this boik. So, what's she doing come recess?
God, I did not think this far ahead. I think she's probably trying to, like, play with the other kids, but, like, given that, like, all of them avoided her during lunch because she was quote-unquote sick, there is still a bit of distance between her and, like, the other kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide if she would do something pretty stupid.
You can always roll for it.
Yeah. She barely has any wisdom, so... Guess she's doing a stupid thing!
Wonderful. Oh, that really do be a 4.
Oh, that really do be a 4. Oh my goodness. She's not... She may be above average for wisdom, but, like, it's still just a +1.
She is still a child.
She is still just a little baby girl. And then I'm just gonna roll stealth. Okay. Okay.
Oh boy. What's the stealth for?
I'm okay with basing this off of your passive, but
I kind of want to roll, like, I know I want to roll on the off chance he does be bad at it, because I think that would be funny.
Alright.
No. Base it off of his passive. That was an 18.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What's your passive? Is it a...
His passive perception is a 20. So that would be lower than the 18 plus 10.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, let's just do his passive.
Oh god. Yeah, when the like teachers call for the kids to like come back into class, this child does not come back. And there's probably like some like indistinct like murmurings between like the teachers or something that's kind of like, oh, maybe she went back to the nurse's office because she wasn't feeling good. And but like, yeah, that that girl isn't in class anymore. But Camille, with your goddamn disgusting passive, I feel like you might have seen her sneak off during recess.
Ah, man. Let's see. Are you gonna do stupid, Camille? You have +4 wisdom and you never use it. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna be stupid. Camille's just gonna like go up to the teachers who are like murmuring about it and just go, very casually say like, I'm gonna go check on her, and run off.
Before they can stop her.
And yeah, so he's just gonna run off, and after he's out of sight, like basically turn around and make a beeline for where she went.
Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. This is wonderful. Gosh. So you leave the goddamn. You leave the goddamn, playground.
I mean, who are they gonna report him to?
This is.
Moria?
This is.
They don't have her contact info yet.
Oh my god. Oh, goodness. Okay, yeah. You leave the goddamn playground and, God, she got a 16 on her stealth. You know for a fact that she probably went off somewhere in town. Oh, goodness. What would be more fun, investigation or perception?
And same modifier.
It is the same mod. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no. I'm scared.
Guess what?
You gotta.
It's that one.
Oh
Uh.
no! Oh, Camille, honey. Oh, I don't know how to salvage this. Oh my goodness.
He's probably like on her tail, but like it's winter. I'm pretty sure it's where it snows in the winter.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
So he just slips on a patch of black ice and eats it.
Oh, that poor kid.
Uh,
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Let's say this. You slip on. You probably followed her through like a more like not like a big dense like city area. It's more like a more of a neighborhood, like a stereotypical neighborhood. And when you slip on the ice and look around again, you have lost track of her, and there are like plenty of houses around, and whatnot. You do not see her.
Oh,
Hi, doggy.
I can't. Okay. Iggy, you be good, okay? Yeah, so Camille probably does let out just the teeniest little swear. Because he's a horrible little child who knows them. And he's gonna, like, pick himself up and brush himself off and kind of just try and take stock of his surroundings again, I guess.
Yeah. Um. Uh. I want to give him another chance. Can you roll again?
Yeah. Okay. Alright.
Please tell me you got better than a 1. Please. Ah! Oh
The
my
duality of man.
god! Duality of the dice. You got a fucking nat 20, and I can't believe this. That is such a. Oh, I feel your mods are disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh goodness. Yeah. Yeah, let's say like this neighborhood area is kind of, it's pretty open. The houses aren't like bunched together, and you can see that like it's pretty easy to like slip through between like the houses and stuff and whatnot. With your goddamn nat 20, modified 30. Jesus fuck, dude.
Okay. You can't call me on anything.
I really can't. I really can't. Considering my other characters, I really can't. I'm sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, we're both in this horrible little sinking ship together.
Oh god. With your goddamn nat 20, oh, you see that like there has you know those like those, not like a metal trash bin, but like those trash bins that like residential areas will have, that's like kind of like approved by the city. One of those has been opened.
Camille's just gonna very casually walk on over to it. Should I roll stealth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time he rolls stealth, it's his downfall.
Oh, honey.
Like he has a +4 to it. He just never rolls high.
Baby. Man, Camille. Oh, I feel so bad for this kid.
Getting bullied by a child.
Yeah. Okay, I think here's what I think happens. You make your way over to like the trash can, and like you're tiny. I don't know if you're even able to like pull yourself up to look inside it. But like it does look like somebody has like rooted through it recently. But then you hear the faint footsteps of somebody running down the little space in between like houses. I forgot what it's called. Is it called a driveway?
Not. It's not an alleyway. Driveway's good enough. It
works. It works.
It works.
You definitely hear the sound of footsteps running further down, because the person you've been tailing has once again noticed you.
And yeah, he's gonna start chasing
Oh,
again.
okay. Okay, I need to decide something. Okay, yeah. This is probably you start chasing this purple UPA into the little driveway, and lo and behold, it is definitely a dead end. And she realizes that like um she can't really leave. She can't leave this way, so she like when you have her corner, she just kind of turns around and she just goes, "Why are you following me?"
You're running
Well, you were following me.
because you were running.
Well, what was I supposed to do? You were. She kind of pouts.
Uh, Camille's gonna do an insight, I guess. Because, like, this is a child. Alright. Okay. Time for disgusting mods to save the day once again.
Oh, goodness. Alright, give me a sec to, like, drink, because I just picked up my cup.
Alright.
Alright, okay. So, with the modified 20s, yeah. This kid is, pretty defensive. Just not sure how else to word it. She seems, pretty scared and concerned that you followed her all the way here.
Yeah, at that, Camille kind of just, kind of relaxes and does a little sigh, like, look, sorry for scaring you, but I was just concerned.
About what?
Well, you show up. Well, you were supposed to be out sick today. Your mom said that you're really in a bad way yesterday. And then you show up acting weird, and uh and you've got that mark on the back of your arm that I'm pretty sure you didn't have the other day. And
You say that, and she just kind of like blinks and like tries to look at the back of her arm, and you just there's no insight roll needed. You just see her expression, and you just know that she probably just swore internally.
yeah.
But I was doing good.
Well, I think you kind of fooled everyone else, but
She kind of like pouts.
holds her.
There's a bit of a pause where, like, as she's patting at you, and she just goes, "Who are you anyway?"
And it is catchphrase time, I guess. I love playing a horrible little anime boy. He just smiles at you like, Camille Christie, detective.
I just realized something.
Yeah.
I don't know if she knows what a detective is.
You can roll for it.
Here we go, straight intelligence. Fun fact, she has no modifier in intelligence.
Oh, wonderful.
She got a 10!
Oh, what do you do with a 10?
I just think it would be really funny if I did this. She kind of like looks at you for a moment. She's just like, oh, what's a detective?
And he kind of just stops and is just like, oh, yeah, this sure do be a child, huh?
This sure is a child.
And he's like, slowly like, a detective is someone who, glossing over the homicide part, a detective is someone who helps solve other people's problems.
Oh. How do you respond to that, kiddo? Oh, goodness. And I just heard the baby turn on his switch and it was really loud. I'm sorry if that caught on recording.
I don't think I heard anything clear, at least.
Okay. Good. Weird Yoshi noises. Anyway. How do you respond to this, kiddo? And she just kind of watches you for a moment and she just goes, you're not going to tell anyone, are you?
And now it's Camille's turn to kind of pause and think a little, like, you'd probably just run away again if I did that, wouldn't you?
She pauses, thinks, and then just kind of gives you like a straightforward nod, like, yeah.
Size and character. Yeah, expected that. And no, I'm not gonna turn you in or anything.
And she just kind of goes, okay. And then, like, you see her kind of, like, pause again. Like, she's uncertain of, like, how to do this. And she just goes, I'm Sera.
And Camille nods like, I'm Camille. Well, I already said that. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Do you really help other people with problems?
And he nods at that, like, mm-hmm. Whether it be something like finding a lost pet or sweats as he thinks of all the other crime-related examples, or like finding someone important to them, or well, pretty much anything.
Can you help me?
And he's already nodding at that before you even finish.
And she just goes, I lost something that belongs to my brother, and I'm trying to find it.
Camille's like, well, sure. What is it?
She pauses and it's 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 a little statue. Um, it looks like a whale.
Right. Yeah, I think we could go looking for that. Do you remember where you left it?
Mm. She shakes her head. I I normally don't stay in. Kind of like scratches at her chin nervously, and she just goes, I don't really stay in one place a lot, so I don't know where I lost it, but I know I had it when I came in town.
And Camille is nods at that, like, well, the fact that you know you had it when you came in town does help. Well, if someone picked it up, there's a chance it could be at a thrift store or something.
Mm-mm. She just kind of nods, like she knows what that is.
It's fine.
But like,
He's...
you're the detective here, buddy. She's just following you. Oh gosh.
Camille's doing his best. There's not a lot of info, but he's gonna try.
Yeah.
And he's just like, well, if you... You remember when you first noticed it being missing?
And she pauses, tries to think. I'm just gonna roll a quick history. No modifier in history. Okay, she does remember. We're good.
Okay.
And she goes, it was a few days ago. And she pauses. Day before yesterday.
Camille is nodding at that, like, well, we can start with retracing your steps then.
And she kind of just, again, pauses hesitantly, like she's kind of scared. But then, like, kind of just nods, like, okay. I'm going to be real. If you're letting her retrace her steps and show you like where she's been, I'm going to be real, Camille. You're going to start to notice that this girl has been pretty much all over town. but mostly like the paths she takes are like back alleys and stuff. Like, you didn't even realize that there are some passageways like this, but you are small enough to like move through them.
Yeah, that is very fair, but, you know, it's at least a starting point, and better than sitting through afternoon math lessons.
Elementary school math, too.
Yeah, just, love hearing that 1 + 1 = 2 and all that. Really good way to spend his day. But yeah, so he doesn't really mind too much. He does very casually make note of the fact that it is pretty much entirely back alley pathways, and that does make it a lot less likely that someone picked it up and sold it.
Yeah.
But you know what? Why not? So during this time, Camille was gonna very casually needle for information, like, just asking about what kind of, what kind of person Sarah's brother is and all that.
um, did you ask anything like specific or?
uh, it, if he does, it's probably more along the lines of like, oh, does your brother like to hang out anywhere specific, or just things that probably will actually help the investigation at first.
Yeah, she kind of shrugs. I don't know how to do this in a way that a kid would say it, but like, you do like get quite a bit of information about her brother. She is fairly certain that the two of them, while the two of them do try to stick like to out of the way, out of sight like paths, um, uh, her brother does have a tendency to like go towards areas with water. Specifically, her brother likes to fish. Um, which you realize is kind of like checks out because of she told you the statue, the little figure that she's looking for is in the shape of a whale.
Mhm.
And shoot, I lost my train of thought, but like her brother likes to fish. Yeah. She I don't know what the parks are like here in Villestown, but there's likely one where like there is like a pond and stuff, and like when they had first come into town together, they normally hung out in the park, sometimes directly inside that pond. Much to the chagrin of like local law enforcement and such. Just two kids being menaced. But you do realize that she does bring up at some point that the two of them had gotten separated, and she doesn't know where he is.
Oh boy. And Kale's gonna kind of go like, so did you like set up a meeting point with your brother, or?
And she kind of just shakes her head and she goes, "No, we were supposed to be out by we were supposed to be leaving town today, but I can't find him."
Well, seems pretty irresponsible of him.
She snorts.
And he's gonna kind of look at her questioningly, like, so why are you looking for the whale statue instead of your brother?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God. That was a
Oh.
deception roll.
Okay. Let me see. Oh my god, you're not gonna believe this! Okay. Guess what he got?
What did he get?
Got an 18.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Living up to his detective name, I guess.
Oh gosh. On the one hand, this is a child. Like, this is 100% a child. She probably does not have the like same kind of like logic and sense that like an adult would have. But she just kind of like pouts and like oh goodness, there is definitely something she does not want to like talk about here, but she just goes, I lost a statue first.
It's totally not slang. What are you talking about? He's just like, well, don't you think your brother might be just a little bit more important?
Mm. Oh goodness. She takes a deep breath and sighs, and she goes, that pout kind of like turns into a frown, and she just goes, I don't know.
Well, if this ever happens again, and he kind of just mumbles like, and Moon, I hope that doesn't happen again. If this, you should probably focus on trying to find your brother first, and then the statue. If nothing else, because an extra pair of eyes can help.
I guess.
And Camille relaxes a bit like that, like, okay. Well, why don't we go check out that pond?
And like she just kind of nods at that and just like goes.
And he's gonna follow along. Yeah. Kids, man.
Kids, man, I'm sorry. Oops. I'm gonna be real. There's quite a bit about like Sera's like backstory that I have not like panned out yet, but like quite a bit has just started to happen right now.
Yeah. If Camille ever meets this brother of hers, he's gonna have some words.
As he should.
But yeah, once they're at the pond, he's probably gonna do a good old-fashioned investigation.
Alright. Roll your disgusting modifier.
Well, in return for earlier, it's only a 15.
I tell you why you got a 15. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
You're probably like exploring around the like outskirts, the like border of this pond, uh, Sera takes a running start and just splashes right into it.
Oh my gosh. He's gonna look up shocked at that, like, Sera, it's the middle of winter!
And she just goes, so?
It's cold!
She just kind of looks down. And she just goes, but I've been in the pond.
You...
This is not a smart child. I'm sorry, Camille.
Well... Okay, do your searching and then we'll get you somewhere before you get frostbite.
Okay, I'm also gonna roll an investigation. I do not have high hopes for her. Yeah!
Oh boy. No! Yeah, Camille's... After some time, Camille's kind of just gonna move over and kind of just gesture for her to get out, like, okay, any longer in there, you're actually gonna get frostbite, okay?
Okay. She just kind of like... It's like she doesn't know what she did wrong. She just kind of like steps out like that.
And Camille sighs, like, when people are cold for too long, uh, it's dangerous, okay?
Kind of just gives you a look like, okay.
And he's kind of inhales a bit because he knows how this question is gonna go down, but best to have all his bases covered. Just like, all right, do you have anywhere warm to go? Like, where are you staying right now?
You see her pause and like kind of like think for a bit, and she just it's a pause that like takes a concerning amount of time, and she just kind of shrugs and then shakes her head.
And he just sighs and just like, okay, puts up a hand in the universal give me a minute gesture, like, okay, I'll figure something out. And just starts mentally going through places, because, yeah, no, this child obviously doesn't like adults, so, the agency right out, and while his apartment used to be an option, now there is an adult who comes by every now and then, so that's also out. And so eventually he's just like, okay, well... And another option is the library, but Stella also counts as an adult, so just, man, okay,
Man.
fine. And he's like, okay, yeah, alright, let's go find you somewhere warm to stay, okay?
Okay.
We can go looking for the whale and your brother tomorrow.
Oh gosh. She kind of just like, again, frowns. But she just kind of like glances off to the side. Like she's looking at the pond again, and then she kind of like looks back to you and she just goes, promise?
And Camille nods at that, like, promise.
Okay. And she's going to follow you.
Alright. That's probably another investigation to see if you can find like a good hideout. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Waves him around like a horrible little ferret.
Stinky baby man.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm guessing with a 28, he can probably find a good option for a hideout.
Yeah. Oh goodness. I don't remember what we decided on.
Uh,
What was it like a little like shack kind of thing, like a shed or something?
yeah, like maybe like a little, maybe like a little abandoned building or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It's it's absolutely a place that like hasn't been frequented often. Specifically, hasn't been frequented by adults often, which already checks a box for Sera. Um, but it is shelter, and it
Yeah.
does keep the elements out.
hmm And Camille's already making like a mental list of things to get her.
Oh goodness.
Because, man, like,
Man.
he does not have a very high opinion of the brother, especially if the brother does get out of town today. Uh, so, yeah, he's your brother now. Um,
Accidental
uh,
adoption.
yeah. So, while they kind of like get the place a little bit more comfy and less like exposed to the elements, he does actually have something in his fumble chart he can pull out.
Oh.
So let's see. Oh, okay. Well, that was a one. So let's see what he gets. Uh-huh.
What should be what he meant to pull out?
He does not pull out what he meant to pull out. He pulls out a soccer ball. And he kind of just stares at it like, oh, well, that's not right. One moment. Okay, no fumble this time. And uh, he pulls out a big, uh, it's not like one of those poofy winter jackets, but it is definitely like on the heavier side and is like pretty warm looking.
Mm-hmm.
He pulls out a big jacket that is strangely enough sized for an adult. And he kind of hands it over to her like, all right, well, you shouldn't stay in cold, wet clothes even if we are somewhere warm, so have this.
She's gonna take it, and I'm gonna be real. She was watching you with your hammer space, like absolutely fascinated. I don't think she's ever seen it up close, but she does take the jacket and she looks it over, and then she kind of like looks around. What color is the What color is the jacket?
Um, it's probably like green and yellow, I think. It's legally obligated to be horrible colors.
Awesome. Okay, I have an idea. There's probably like a space somewhere that isn't like that is out of view, and like Sera runs off in that direction with the jacket in hand. Um, uh, there's it takes quite a while for her to come back, and oh, Camille, I'm so sorry. back is it's not the purple UPA and Toon you've been hanging out with all day.
Oh boy.
It's I don't have a rep of this because I did not like sit down and draw it, but it's a little blue tiefling.
Camille's just gonna he's just gonna blink at that because he can probably tell that this is still Sera.
Oh yeah. I mean, absolutely child-sized. There was nobody else in this building.
Yeah. So, I'm just gonna roll straight intelligence to see if he knows what a changeling is, I guess.
That wasn't a good sound. Oh, buddy.
Alright.
Oh, buddy.
He's gonna try and act like this doesn't surprise him whatsoever. Though he is kind of squinting because his first thought is that it's like a disguise self spell. But yeah, Camille, it's congrats on meeting a changeling for the first time. You can roll insight on him if you want to.
Oh, well, okay. Where did this 19 come from?
Okay.
What was your modifier?
I think it's a +4.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can tell that this kid's actually pretty confused. He's not quite sure how you suddenly changed it up so much. Actually,
I'm still Sera, and she kind of like pulls. They kind of pull their arm out of the sleeve of the jacket and like push up the sleeve of their shirt, and they point to the back of their arm, and sure enough, the mark is still there. See, I'm still Sera.
Camille's nodding at that, like, all right, that's not a this. He's not quite sure how to ask this politely, but like, well, how did you do that?
And she kind of like fixes the jacket again. As they kind of like sway back and forth, and they pause, and then they say, can you keep the secret?
And Camille nods like, oh yeah, definitely.
They nod and they say, I'm a changeling.
Camille, who hasn't, who doesn't know what a changeling is. He's gonna file away like, oh, I see. It's fine. He totally gets it now. He does, for the audience, he does not get it. He's just gonna do research later so that way he... Because he's a horrible little boy.
Sera nods as if this explains everything.
Exactly. It's fine.
These are children. I love them.
They sure are. And Camille's just gonna go like, oh, Are you feeling any better now?
Mm-hmm. And she kind of nods.
Okay, that's good. Hmm. And now he's thinking for a moment, like, ah, well, we should probably. You should probably get you some food, huh? He's just like, oh boy.
Oh no, that's me laughing because he did see that like the trash bin had been rooted through.
So it's like, yeah, we are going to get you some real food, because you are either going to steal or rummage through trash.
And she just kind of like blinks and she just goes, "Okay."
Alright. And he's gonna go like, alright, do you wanna come with, or do you wanna stay here?
Mm. Can I come with?
And Camille nods at that. Like, alright, then, well, at least this way we can be sure that we're getting foods that you like.
And she grins at that and congratulations, you have a blue tiefling following you.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's probably pretty easy to like go over to the nearest uh the nearest store, and like he's mostly grabbing like prepackaged stuff that would be like easy to make without too many tools. Um Probably does get a hot plate too. He's just grabbing shit. um uh Probably something prepackaged for tonight. He's Sera, you can see, like, without insight needed, that, like, yeah, he absolutely knows what he's doing.
I'm gonna be real.
uh,
I'm gonna be real. You don't need to like roll insight either. She's like watching you very carefully, not because like she's trying to figure out like if this is like out of like genuine concern or anything. She's just curious about what you're doing and like how you're doing it and why you're doing it and everything.
yeah. I think once he notices that, he does slow down a little bit to, like, explain things. Like, he's, he's getting this, that way you can have something hot to eat. He's getting the other stuff because, like, you don't, that there's not really any utensils there, and all that. Just kind of casually explaining his reasoning behind it. uh, he does probably also get some, like, blankets and the like, because, child, you are not going to be sleeping on the floor without something comfy, at least.
Ah, she does appreciate that.
Yeah. Uh, it's probably a pretty interesting sight to the rest of the store because, like, they do need a cart with all the stuff that Camille's grabbing. So it's just two teeny children, like, pushing around a big cart full of stuff.
uh, just another day, Nyquil.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, when it comes to, like, checking out and all of that, like, if the cashier gives them a look, Camille just kind of grins like, we're going on a camping trip. And
And like doesn't say anything, but Sera nods.
mhm.
And like, guess that passes.
Yeah. I mean, I can roll deception if you want.
We could both roll deception, I guess.
Uh,
How did you roll another 19, honey?
Amazing. Yeah, nothing suspicious about these kids at all.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah, like, with that done, it's back to the hideout.
Yep.
And Camille's just gonna set everything up all nice. Like, probably manages to tune physic the hot plate into like getting plugged in with electricity. Because, plot convenience.
Plot convenience. Oh, goodness.
But yeah, so he's uh and kind of just lobs all the blankets and soft things at Sarah, like, here, you can set them up however you want to.
Yeah, she's going to take them, and I'm trying to decide if she does this now. She probably does. I don't think she's ever seen a proper bed or a mattress, so I think Camille, what she's seen her do is that she kind of like picks out like a spot and just kind of like makes something that like looks somewhere between a pile and a nest.
He is just gonna accept that, like, yeah, sure.
She does look pretty happy with herself.
Yeah, as long as she's happy, that's good enough for him. So he's probably pulling out some of like the prepackaged meals for food, dinner time, and because it's probably like way late into the afternoon at this point.
Yeah.
Uh, he totally skipped the half, like the last half of school.
I think in that case, Sera kind of like gets out of her little nest, and she kind of like comes over to watch him like fix with the. Oh,
Oh, come on, Dougie.
I think she's gonna like watch him like fix up the one of the prepackaged meals, and she just goes, "Aren't you gonna get in trouble?"
Uh, what for?
You followed me out of the school.
Oh. And he's just gonna do a little shrug like, oh, it's fine.
Oh, goodness. She does give you like a concerned frown, like she's not sure if she believes that, but she just kind of like nods passively.
Yeah, he kind of just smiles like, really, it's okay. I'm not gonna get in trouble with anyone.
Okay. She is absolutely planning on figuring out a way to like make it up to Camille.
Oh, I hold her so gentle. This is a baby. So also, if Sarah's watching him, why don't you do a fun little investigation?
I look at her intelligence. I am so sorry, baby.
We'll see. Yeah. This is just an ordinary Toon Kid.
This is just a Toon child.
Yeah, it's fine. And so he probably, like, hands Sarah one of the meals while, like, taking one for his own, and it's just like, alright, well, I'm actually not sure how to continue this conversation.
I think this is a good place to, like, wrap up. Like, they're just
Yeah.
eating together, actually.
Yeah, just having a nice little eat.
We just sitting and having dinner, and, like, and she just goes, thank you for helping me.
And Camille kind of just smiles at that, like, it's no problem. That's what a detective's supposed to do.
Oh. I pat the head of this child who has never met a detective before.
Yeah, well, now they have a very biased opinion of them.
Yeah, they do. And yeah, I think that's where we're gonna end off.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good spot. Like, just good times.
Just good times. Cute. They're
Very
babies.
cute. They are babies. I hold them both so gentle. But yeah, so thank you all for listening. It has been very fun. And thank you for playing with me, Abby.
Oh yes, thank you for indulging me with this horrible little gremlin child.
The baby brigade begins.
The baby brigade begins. Oh goodness.
Alright.
Just
Yeah.
so it's on recording, you're not getting that jacket back.
Yeah, no, I kind of figured it.
And yeah,
thank you all for listening. That's where we're gonna call it for today, so bye!